All right, I just got everything to do. My EGR delete and the big ram intake horn, as well as the grid heater delete plate for my new 6.7 truck. It's a 2012. Yeah, this stuff looks like it's real nice. Looks like I got everything, gaskets, some hardware. We'll find out if I'm missing anything, but looks to be pretty thorough. Yeah, trying to up my fuel mileage and prevent a catastrophic engine failure. So this is going on hopefully today. Hopefully it'll knock it out in a day. I can only pull the truck in about halfway since I got all this other junk in here, but yeah, if it starts downpouring, I'll have to drag it out. We'll see. All right, it started raining as soon as I pulled the truck up, but I'm gonna keep going. It's not a big deal. So, doesn't look like it should be too difficult on this side. Looks like you do have to pull the fuel rail off to probably get the that delete plate on there, so that could be a chore. Over here, don't even know where to start over here, but that whole cooler's got to come off. I would assume there's be some tricky ones in the back. Probably easier if I take this intake out of here. Nothing to it but to do it, I guess. All right, started tearing into this. So first things first, get your your intake horn off of there. It's laying down there. That comes off like a breeze. The hard part's getting this rail off. You got to take the whole fuel rail off to get this grid heater plate off. First things first, get all your harnesses up and out of the way. It's going to be 2 plugs right on the valve cover here. Get those off. There's another sensor there that needs unplugged, and then another plug, part of that harness that goes right there. All that stuff can get unplugged and get tucked under here just to give you some room, because you got to get pretty far back there to get this plate off and get all these fuel lines disconnected. It's honestly not that hard yet. Really just getting that stuff out of the way is a little tricky, but it's no impossible feat. So do that first and it'll make things a lot easier. All right, popped all the fuel lines off, which then allows access to all the hardware that's holding that plate and the fuel rail itself. Too easy. That last fuel line's loosened. I'm gonna leave it plugged into the head. It doesn't look like I should need to actually take it off the head. Other than that, that should do it. And then I can pull that plate off, get the new one set on there. All right, grid heater plate is off. As you can see, it's disgusting in there. That is all caused by the EGR, which will no longer be an issue once I get everything deleted. But yeah, that's just nasty. That's what it's tossing back into your engine. Not great for fuel mileage or anything at that. Here's the bottom side. This here is the nut that will work its way loose and potentially end up in your engine. So that will no longer be a problem. And then I would assume this is some type of, I don't know, map sensor, intake air temp sensor or something, but it's caked. So that's probably not doing a damn thing that it should. Clean that up before I install it in the new plate here. Yep. All right, if your truck is half as dirty as mine, when you remove that plate, it probably dropped a bunch of garbage down in there, the intake manifold. So Definitely get the vacuum out and clean that up before throwing everything back together. It's not too bad, but there's crust everywhere. All right, new sensors in, cleaned it up. Looks a million times better. I decided to use that OEM gasket. It's still in good shape. That one's a metal gasket. I really like the OEM stuff, so I'm gonna keep that in there. I just pulled it off and cleaned it. It's fine still. All right, first problem right away. This plate does not have proper standoffs for this fuel rail. So right now, I can't even bolt this thing down unless I machine something up, because I don't have time to wait for them to ship me something, unfortunately. So I'm gonna have to start digging through some scrap. All right, luckily I found some scrap. Just cut down some tubing, machining these washers, spacers, washers, whatever. I don't even know exactly what this material was from. I think it was from like one of my fixed gears or something, but anyways, it should work perfectly. They're pretty much a 1/2 inch. Yeah, so gonna knock these out and hopefully get this slapped together and then work on the other side. All right, grid heater delete plate is on there. I had to machine these washers for the fuel rail. It didn't come with any. I don't know if it was supposed to, but I don't have time to wait for them, so I had some scrap. Machined 4 of those down. That's all on there now. We're all bolted down now. I just got to start putting all the fuel lines back on. Dropped a washer for this. I'm gonna have to try to find that thing. Hopefully it's made its way to the ground and easy to find. All right, so all this went together pretty easy compared to taking it apart, I'd say. Just reverse operations. Everything's plugged back in. You're gonna have a few extra plugs from the throttle body here. That's deleted, and then the whatever that EGR sensor is there. Your map is still right there, so you're gonna wanna plug that in. And then you got another wire here that runs over to here that's just tucked down, dangling. And I had to do a little bit of clearancing for this fuel line. They need to shorten that up a little bit so it's not jammed into that intake horn. But everything seemed to go together pretty well. Took a while for me to get that thing ground down, so I didn't have time. I'm not gonna have time to take off the EGR cooler today, and I need to drive this thing tomorrow. So I took the old EGR tube and cut it and smashed it down and then welded it. So because even with this disconnected, it still breathes exhaust out of this, I just learned. So I capped this back off, V-banded it back on, and I'll be good to do a trip tomorrow. And then hopefully next week I'll get to taking this big cooler off here, creating a bunch of space, and then putting the block offs on the manifold. But that's a wrap for this so far. And then I'll make another video on this side